Hello, welcome to the Quell training channel. And what we do here is we talk a lot about staff safety, all under the umbrella of workplace violence. And every now and again I'll get asked to do a video, or one of my team will say, have you thought of doing a video on this? One of the videos I wanted to talk a lot about lately is induction training for staff, especially around staff safety. And the reason why I say that is because on one of the visits recently to a client, they were actually talking to me about their induction training and how can they evolve it. And what we were discussing was, have we concentrated enough in the induction training on staff safety? Yes, we've told them how to book in, book out. Yes, we've told them how to report things and record things. But as we got into that extra detail, have we gone in specifically, okay then, this is what you exactly do to book in, book out, and made sure they've tested it, especially new staff. We've also talked a lot around unaccountable staff, what they should do if they've got no communication, what they should do if they're concerned, especially around the booking in, booking out. We've then looked at, say for instance, the recording or the reporting. Have they actually filled in a sheet? Do a little exercise, I always say. Give them a little scenario and let them fill it in and just check that they're happy. And these little things encourage, shall we say, staff in the future to, shall we say, progress and make sure that they do it more effectively in the future. And that's something that we concentrate a lot on. We then also talk a lot about, especially if they're in, say, an enforcement role or they're in a lone working role, say in housing or care or something like that, we talk about devices and apps. If they're issued with a device, have they practiced with the device? Do they know exactly how it operates? Do they know exactly what to do if there's a mistake or a problem with it? If it's an app, have they registered it correctly? Have they spent the time to, shall we say, learn how it works? Also, I flipped to a lot of the actual app companies that have supplied these, and I've said, look, have you provided training, etc.? I work a lot with app companies, and I'm also asking them all the time, make sure you do training, make sure you evolve your training, make sure you find new ways of, shall we say, encouraging staff to use them devices. And I get a lot of complaints from people sometimes say, well, it takes too long. And I go, what, a couple of minutes to register your phone? Sure, you do that with Facebook, YouTube, Amazon, eBay, anything all the time. It takes literally minutes these days, you know what I mean? So we do discuss that. Then I also enforce the actual, shall we say, the importance of making sure staff know what to do in a situation. That means that when they're encountering, say we say guests or customers or anyone, tenants, clients, members of the public, have we actually outlined it? I am not being funny. The amount of people I talk to about incidents, the amount of people I talk to when I visit companies, and I say, have you read your procedures? And they all look at me and go, yes, Will. And I go, well, what do they say? And they look at me and go, walk away. Okay. But what I try to get, especially induction, is the importance of, shall we say, making people read it. Spend some time going through it in a little bit more detail. Yes, I know we do health and safety, and I know people get very bored because they tell me all the time they get bored with it, Will. And there's so many policy and procedures, but I think anything around staff safety is vitally important, if you think about it. It's vitally important that they know exactly what to do. And induction training is very important because from my experience, I've actually dealt with incidents where staff have had an incident and unfortunately they've only had a basic form of induction training and they were waiting till the company had enough numbers of staff together to have a full course on, say, lone working, personal safety or dealing with violence and aggression. So there's been a bit of a gap. So if you're a staff member and you're still unsure about what you're supposed to do and you don't think your induction covered it, speak to your manager. If you're a manager or you're a charge of HR or health and safety and you look at it and you think, have we spent enough time looking at staff safety on our induction training? Well, showing them the policy or procedure or showing them a bit of equipment is not usually enough, in my opinion. Spending time on ensuring your staff are safe will have, shall we say, well, that impact on them and also then reduce the risk of the incident happening, therefore protecting the company as well. So induction training, all I'm asking you, as always, take a couple of minutes, have a think about it, think back on yourself. Is our induction training at that level where it ensures our staff have enough knowledge to protect themselves in the event of an incident or when they're working alone? If you want more information, please go onto our Quell Training YouTube channel, go onto our LinkedIn page as well, have a look around and see if there's something there that might be of interest with you. Or if you've got a question, no harm in dropping us a line. And I hope you subscribe, because the more people we get interested in this subject, the more we generate a conversation, the more we can help reduce risks and hopefully prevent incidents or control them if they occur. My name's been Will. Take care whatever you're doing, and bye for now.